Hi guys, it's Renee. So today we are going to talk about what it's like to have a family in the military. So this is going to be from a service member, mom, and wife to a civilian husband's perspective. So first I want to show you what it takes for me to go from Army Bay to Video Bay. I just got home. First thing I'm going to do, get out of this uniform. So I'll be right back. Let's go ahead and cue the intro. Hi loves, I'm Renee and welcome to my channel. In this channel, you will find family vlogs, makeup, beauty, hauls, all the things that make me who I am. We have 4 boys and 1 girl, so we definitely have a lot of excitement, and I'm an Army mom. Look at that. So I want to share my world with you, share our family, share our day-to-day, let you know that you could be a mom, you could be a wife, you can be all the things that you want to be, regardless of where you are in your journey counts, and we're going to get there together. So if this is your first time, hey, I'm Renee. Please like and subscribe, join the family. If this is not your first time, thank you so much for sharing our world with us. And guess what? We're gonna go ahead, get into this video. Let's go. All right guys, so step 2 is done. Just putting on something that is, you know, a little bit cuter. Definitely comfy, but cute at the same time. So step 2 is going to be to upgrade this makeup, right? This is definitely a work beat. Let's see what I'm in the mood for filming. Now, let me cut this down. You know, get my light together. That lighting is huge, guys. Oh my goodness. Like, okay. So now what I'm gonna do is just refresh my makeup. So a little bit deeper with the Hoola bronzer. Just, you know, I can be a little bit more bronze than I can be at work. I'm going to reapply my blush, which is the Cover FX in Spice Cinnamon. And I'm actually going to apply the highlight as well. I didn't apply the highlight today at all for work. So just, you know, give you a little bit of something for the video. You know, just with the palette. A pretty like topper type of situation, okay? And then for all over, I'm going to use the Fit Me from Maybelline and just kind of blend everything together, get rid of that little shine, all of that. All right, biggest thing for upgrading from work to filming is your lip. So I'm just going to use NYX in the color, it's like a brown, so nutmeg, and then this gin nude and pout from Bare Minerals. So it's summer, trying to do like a summer type of color. You know, I still have to go pick the baby up, you know, gotta cook dinner, gonna be in the house, so I don't want to do too much, but just enough to say, okay, it's Friday, you off, I see you. Okay. A little pink in the center. Okay, sis, we see you, right? All right, last thing, mascara. I don't typically wear mascara to work, so I'm gonna throw on some mascara really quick and I'll check in with you guys when we're ready to film. All right, love, so I hope that you enjoyed how I opened this video. Just something different. I don't get to come home from work and film, but when I do, there's a whole process to kind of get going. So let's just go ahead and get right into the video. So a subscriber wrote to me and said, hey, love your videos, all the good jazz, but I want to know a little bit more about what it's like to be in the military when you have a family. And of course, I feel like my channel shows the day to day. Like, I'm not really a person who gives insider information. I used to be, but I'm not a single mother anymore, and that's kind of where I started. So I feel like my niche is showing the day to day, showing that it's a real job, it's a real life. I go to work, I drop my kids off at daycare, we do family things, like showing that you can be a person, you know, you can have a regular life and still be in the military. So I feel like that's kind of where I fit in. And someone said, I love that, love your vlogs, here for it. But sis, I want to know what it's really like, the down and dirty, the nit gritty of how to be successful at having a family in the military. Like, I need you to break it down for me. I need you to give me a little bit more information. So I'm here for it. So I thought like, man, this is like the second time I tried to do this video because it's so important. It's such a good concept, and I just didn't want to ramble on, which I do. So I got my notes and we're just gonna go for it. So my first point that I want to kind of expound on a little bit is that you do not have to choose your career over having a family. I know there are a lot of people who think that in order to be in the military, you have to kind of be single, be by yourself, and you don't. I thought that. I was that person who thought, you know what? I'm going to have to choose my career over having a family. Like, there's no man that's going to follow me around. I really don't want to do dual military because these are my peers, and I understand people date people that they work with, but I really didn't. So I was like, man, I'm going to have to be single, you know, and just go after it and get it. I'm never going to get a husband. I'm never going to get a man. And I thought that was me. And my husband came along and kind of debunked all of that. And I quickly learned that you can have a family. And of course, everyone knows I was a single mom. So when I discuss having a family, I mean having a spouse, having that family unit, having a partner in life. Now it does incorporate the kids, but they kind of, you know, go with the flow of whatever we're doing. So the difference for me is that now I have a spouse, I have a partner, and there's more that I can actually do. So you have to know in your mind that what's meant to be will be, regardless of your career. It's going to happen. So if it's meant for you to have a spouse, have that complete family unit. I hate to call it that because there's nothing wrong with being single. But if it's meant to happen, it will happen. You do not have to feel like it's not going to happen. You're going to have to choose your career over, you know, having a spouse, because that's just not it. So that was like a key point that I had to throw out there, because that was me. That I truly thought I would have to choose, and you don't. You can have both. Keeping and talking with having a partner, you have to realize that you guys have to balance one another. So for me, in this place that I am now, I am on the go all the time. My schedule is crazy. It's just like nights and weekends and early mornings. And I really lean on my husband a lot when it comes to the children, even though I'm the female in the relationship, right? I really have to lean on him a lot about dropping the kids off, picking them up, school, like all the things that are, you know, before old Rona came around. I had to depend on my husband a lot because my schedule is crazy. Now, my old duty station, my old unit, everything was pretty much set. I knew this time to this time I was working. These were the days I was off. This was my schedule. It was pretty fixed and it wasn't crazy. So just know that your schedule will change. In the military, wherever you go, it's going to be a little bit different based on your mission, but you have to rely on your partner. You guys have to be fluid. You kind of got to debunk all of the gender roles. That's what they're called. You have to debunk all of the gender roles, because my husband cooks, he cleans, I come home and laundry is folded and ready to be put away, you know, and I do those things as well, but he really steps up, and we kind of get rid of the gender roles, because here in this environment, my schedule is crazy, and though he works too, his schedule is more flexible to where he's able to help out and make sure that our children and our house does not miss a beat. So lean on your partner. You guys have to have a true partnership, and you have to do what works best for you. Honestly, not with any third party, not I thought it was supposed to go this way. You guys have to communicate and talk and figure out what is going to work for your marriage in the atmosphere that it is. And we also do a lot of revamping our relationship and our marriage and our finances based on where we are in life. As things change, as things shift, then we have those conversations. Okay, so now this is what we need to do because this is where we're at in life. And it makes it a lot easier because you're growing with that partner instead of growing opposite. You guys are growing together because every time things change, you get to a different level in life or your career or atmosphere. You guys are working together to continue to grow together. So that true partnership is what is going to be a key factor in being successful. Now, I know there are lots of single mothers out there, single parents, not just moms, okay? Single parents out there, and you guys can do this as well with your children. You just have to know that instead of having that partnership with, say, your spouse, you build a community of people around you. So when I was a single parent, my first couple years in the military, I was, it's just me and the kids. So establishing a community of people who I love and trust, and us single mothers balancing one another. I'll pick your kids up on these days. You're going to pick my kids up on these certain days. Having friends, and, we don't always have family close, but your friends, a lot of times, especially in the military, do become family. So establishing that community, I've said it so many times here on this channel, that is what's going to help you thrive and help you be able to have a family and be successful. So it's not just for the married folks. It's for everybody. You can do it. Okay, what was number 2? So my last thing about being a partner or having that partnership with my husband is knowing that at home, I am the wife. And at work, I'm Sergeant James. Okay, that is huge, guys. That is huge. Every man is the head of the household. I don't know what you guys believe, but I truly believe that my husband is the head of my household. But when I go to work, right, I'm Sergeant James. So they at parade rest for me, and they, yes, Sergeant, yes, Roger, Sergeant, yes, Sergeant. But at home, I'm Renee. So at work, I'm Sergeant James, and I have to. At work we have an alter ego. There's a totally different way of talking to people, about moving, about way that we act and interact. It's totally different at work. So when you come home and you take your hat off and you take your boots off, you have to transform back into his nice, cushy, lovey, soft wife. Because ain't no man, right? I said it, ain't no man trying to date somebody who think they as big as them, or marry someone that think they as big as them. Like you can't do that. You cannot belittle your husband. So when you come in that door, you are the wife, you are the subordinate. And I do have a video about being a subordinate in the millennial, and I'll link it in the end screen and down below. But there's a way to do it, and I love my husband, and I am submissive to him in a certain way, right? Yeah, I am. I asked my husband, watch the video. But yeah, so you have to, take that hat off and be the wife when you're in your home. And sometimes when I be bucking, right, I buck a little bit. He be like, okay, Sergeant James, you need to leave that at the door because I'm not your soldier. And I'm like, you right. So keep that mindset. Just know that that's your partner. That's not your soldier. That's not your subordinate. That's your partner, regardless of who you are when you go outside. Kids. Okay, let's talk about this relationship with these children. So my children, I chose early on to be completely honest with my kids. So whether that's I have to leave and you guys have to stay with grandma or whatever, when I was a single parent, my schedule's about to be crazy, I'd be like, okay, look, y'all, my schedule's about to be crazy, but we got leave coming up. We're going to go to the beach or whatever. We're going to have family time, but mommy's not really going to be here for the next week or two. I've been sent away for a couple weeks at a time. Like, I have to be honest with my kid and let them know. So now one thing that I do to keep my kids in the loop and also keep my husband in the loop is we have a command station, and in the command station downstairs in the hallway, There is a calendar that says, mommy got to go to work at 4 a.m. Mommy got to work 24-hour shifts. And it's really just for them to see what I have going on. No one else really uses it. Of course, I put like doctor's appointments and things, but it's for them to see when my schedule is going to be crazy. So if I have a week where it's like 4 a.m., 24-hour shift, they're like, you know what, let me leave her alone. Sis is tired this week. And it also allows my husband to see, okay, so this week I need to make dinner. I'm going to have the kids. And though we have that verbal communication, it's always nice to at least be able to visualize it and see what's going on. So that's one way that I'm honest with them, that I keep them in the loop. When things are changing, when we PCS, when we're about to move, I let them know. Just trying to be honest and build that trust and relationship with them, so that way they don't feel sidetracked. Because if you feel like, something kind of caught you off guard, even if you're a little kid, it sucks. So teaching them honestly up front, teaching them to have that relationship with their children, because I have that relationship with them. So I definitely am honest with my kids. I keep them in the loop. I let them know what's coming up, so that way they can mentally prepare the same way I am, right? Another thing about children and having children in the military, and being successful at it, is establishing routines. You have to establish routines. For me, it's kind of like what I thrive on, and trying to figure out what works best for them and also what works best for me and the entire household. Like, we have a baby, and when she is off, everybody suffers, right? So I try at 8 o'clock, she is tired, and people are like, why is she tired? I'm like, because her 8 o'clock is her bedtime. Why? Because mommy needs some time where baby girl sleep, where I can drink a glass of wine, cuddle with my husband, watch a movie with Dylan, mop the kitchen floor, where I can do all the things that I need to do without Tay-Tay, right here on my hip. So establishing routines. Every day, this is what we come home, this is what we do, this is how we are successful in our home, because they thrive on routines, and so do I. And that way, nothing gets left in the cracks. So the house is clean, the homework is done, everyone is chilling, dinner gets made, because we have a routine. And yes, there's times that you need to go off the routine and kind of go with the wind and go on vacation and let your hair down. But for the most part, we really do try to establish routines in our home, so that way everything gets done and we're successful at it. Everyone's happy, and I'm happy because I'm so another thing for kids is be there for everything that you can. There are times when I know I'm not going to be able to make things. I'll get deployed or be on training somewhere else. I'll be gone for weeks or a month at a time. So when you're present. Be there for everything you can. Every basketball game, every practice, every recital, every award ceremony. I be there screaming, you get an award for the 5th time in the 3rd grade. But hey, I'm here, because you're establishing those memories with your kids. And then also, there will be times when you'll miss things. So if you're there for everything that you can be, you're there for the bulk of the things. I remember my son had basketball, and it was their last game. I was like, oh, we're about to go somewhere. I'm gonna just go get my hair done during the last game. Like, he was tight. He was like, we missed my game. And I said, I sent like 3 representatives, and he was like, but you wasn't there. And never again, I will not miss anything else, okay? So be there for everything that you can. Establish those memories. Pump your kids up. Put them in activities. Keep them busy, right? Make them have their own values and create responsibility. But everything that you can be present for, whether you're in uniform or not. I have left work sitting in the row in uniform, then got to go back to work. But guess what? I was there for them. And that matters. And then also, I just said, keep them busy. Keep them busy. Put them in. Dylan goes and plays every sport, every season. He got a sport that he's in. I need the Rona to go away, because I'm used to baseball, basketball, football, soccer. We are in everything, because the boy got to stay busy, because when he busy, I'm busy. Everything just kind of flow, because we both tired at the end of the night, right? Right. For yourself, do not forget yourself. Having a family, you have to take care of yourself too. You are giving to everyone at work, and you're giving to everyone at the house, and what's left for you? Crumbs. you know, if you have a good spouse, of course they're sewing into you, but you definitely have to take that time and take care of yourself. So self-care is crucial, whatever it is. I know some people love pedicures. I know some like massages. For me, I like makeup. You know, I like to take a bath, which I'm kind of growing into now, but baths or skincare or walks or I don't know, whatever it is, whatever self-care looks like for you, that time for you to decompress and just kind of woo-sah, relieve yourself of the day and kind of rejuvenate and rebuild yourself for tomorrow. So self-care is crucial, guys. Make sure that as you're sewing into your soldiers, into your unit, into your family, that you're also sewing into yourself, because without you, there's nothing, right? So if there's no you, then you can't take care of everyone else. So you have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself as well. So I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. It's a lot different. It's a subject that's kind of hard for me because there's no real formula for having a successful family in the military, but there are tools that you can use, that you can apply, because I didn't know, you know, until I was married, that I was always Sergeant James, you know? And so I got married and I kind of found myself like relaxing more when I got home, and I was like, oh, so yeah, I actually do physically, you know, take my hat off and take my boots off and I become Renee. You know, so I didn't notice these things until we started going to marriage retreats and establishing the tools for ourselves. And I was like, man, these actually are working and are critical in establishing and keeping the relationship, you know, alive with my husband as well as with my children. My relationship with my children matters so much, you know, because you want to grow old and for them to respect you, but I want to be one of those moms that talks to their kid every day. I do. So it all starts from now, from when they're becoming who the people that they are. And if you bring them into your circle and treat them like people, yes, they're little people. Yes, that respect factor has to be there, but they're little people. So if you treat them that way, then you guys will continue to grow together at, you know, the levels that you are. So I hope that you guys really do enjoy this video. I love you guys so much. Please join the family, like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you've gotten this far, and I will see you in the next video.